Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving right into the heart of the home, the kitchen. We're drawing from The Alchemist's Kitchen to explore a question that, honestly, might completely change how you look at the food you make. So, let's get into it.
So, right off the bat, that's a pretty intense question, isn't it? I mean, we think of our kitchens as these safe havens, places for nourishment and family. But what if the very tools we use every single day, the pots, the pans, the cutting boards, what if they're secretly adding things to our food we really don't want?
And that's the big idea we're going to unpack. We're going to look at some of those hidden dangers that could be lurking in the most common kitchen items. But more importantly, we're going to talk about what you can actually do about it.
All right, so let's start with the real workhorse of the kitchen, right? The pan. And when it comes to your cookware, it pretty much boils down to a tale of two very, very different kinds of materials. And believe me, the choice you make here matters way more than you probably think. Okay, so this is where it gets really important. On one side, you've got aluminum. Yeah, it's lightweight, it's super common, but it's also really reactive. What does that mean? Well, when you cook something acidic, think tomato sauce or a squeeze of lemon, it can literally cause tiny bits of the metal to leach into your food. Not great. But then, on the other side, you have these pure, classic materials like cast iron and clay. They're stable, they're natural, and they don't mess with your food. They work with it, not against it.
And what's so cool about these pure materials is that they can actually make your cooking better. Take clay pots, for instance. Because they're porous, heat and moisture circulate inside, which means your food cooks slowly and evenly. This actually helps preserve all those good nutrients. And cast iron? Well, it's a legend for a reason. It's tough as nails, it's totally non-toxic, and it can even add a little bit of healthy iron to your diet.
All right, we've talked pans. Now let's shift gears and talk about something else you probably use every day, your chopping board. And this brings us to the trouble with plastic. It's an invisible threat that is so easy to completely overlook. Just read that again. Let it sink in. Every single time your knife slices down on that plastic board, you could be shaving off tiny invisible particles of plastic right into the food you're about to eat. It's a pretty sobering thought, right?
So what are we even talking about here? What are microplastics? Well, they're exactly what they sound like. Microscopic fragments of plastic, smaller than 5 millimeters. They just break off from bigger plastic things, like your chopping board, from normal wear and tear. And the worry isn't just the plastic itself, it's also the chemical additives that are in the plastic. Those can potentially leach out and, you guessed it, end up inside our bodies.
Okay, but here's the good news. The fix for this one is so simple. Seriously, this one is an easy win. Just by making a simple swap, ditching your plastic board for one made of natural wood or even sturdy stainless steel, you can pretty much eliminate this source of microplastics from your kitchen. Just like that. Okay, so we've pointed out a couple of problems. But listen, the point of all this is not to create fear. It's about empowerment. It's about knowing you can make a change. So let's talk about your path to a pure, healthier kitchen. And I promise it's a lot simpler than you might think. It really just comes down to 3 easy switches. Number 1, swap out that aluminum pan for a good old cast iron skillet, or maybe a beautiful clay pot. Number 2, switch your cutting board from plastic to wood or steel. And honestly, the most important step is number 3, just start small. You don't have to go and throw out your whole kitchen tomorrow. Just pick one of these things, just one, and make that change this week.
You know, when you zoom out, this is really about changing how we see our kitchens. It's not just a room where you assemble food. It's a place where you can actively practice self-care. Every little choice you make, from the ingredients you pick to the pan you cook them in, is a chance to directly nourish your health and your well-being.
And that kind of leaves us with this one last powerful thought. What if you started to see your kitchen as your own personal pharmacy? That simple shift in perspective, it changes everything. It makes you think about every meal in a new way. So the question I'll leave you with is this: what kind of medicine are you going to choose today? Thanks for watching.